Okay, boys and girls. So I am going to be talking today about how to directly address your audience. But first, let's talk about why. There's a why behind this. So, first of all, actually, let's talk about what does directly addressing your audience even mean. So, it basically means that you are talking to your readers and you're talking to them very directly by kind of like asking them specific questions. And the real importance, so the why behind this is because when you do this, it's helping you explain to your reader that, yes, I understand that there is another side to this opinion, but here's the reason why my opinion is better. So there are a couple of ways that you can address your audience. You can kind of talk about some of the worries that they might be having. So you can use some of these sentence stems. You can say something like, I know you might be thinking that, or let me explain, or you might ask. But sometimes we can address our audience by asking questions that they might have. For example, you might say, have you ever? Or do you wonder? Why? Or what about? So, guys, one thing I want you to take away from this right now is that it's not enough to just add these sentence stems. You need to actually follow them up with your very own response. So you might be saying, like, you might be thinking that cats are better than dogs, but let me explain why dogs are actually man's best friend. So, do you see how I didn't just use that very first sentence stem? I followed it up with an explanation. So, let's go ahead and let's go into Ms. Alejos's essay and see where we can directly address our audience. All right, so here we are. So this is one of my supporting paragraphs, and let me go ahead and read it to you first. I have learned so many life lessons from my parents that have helped me become successful. They taught me to cook and clean. These skills have been a part of my everyday life as an adult. My dad taught me how to drive his truck when I was a teenager. Our parents are our very first teachers in life. All right, so I'm looking here and I can see, I think I could add a very beautiful um, extra part to this sentence right here. So, where it says, my dad taught me how to drive his truck when I was a teenager, I could add something like this. My dad taught me how to drive his truck when I was a teenager. You might be thinking, everyone learns how to drive eventually. My dad taught me how to drive and be kind to other drivers. He was he was incredibly patient when he taught me how to drive. Our parents are our very first teachers in life. All right, so do you see how, okay, well, you might be thinking, so I added my sentence stem, but then I also followed it up with two more sentences. So do you see how long my paragraph got? Addressing our audience helps us also add details to our writing. So go out and address your audience in your very own writing. I know you can do it, boys and girls. Bye.